All right, guys. So good evening. Happy Wednesday. Um, we are back for another week. This is the first week. Yes, this is first Wednesday of January. So it's past the first. I said it on the first, but I'll say it Happy New Year. Last one. That's it. Happy New Year. But so I'm excited first off because we have a special guest that's coming on tonight. But first, I want to go over some things with y'all that we do at the beginning of every month. Reminders. Some people are new, some may have forgot, some may need that trigger, that reminder to remind them. So, fifth of the month, everyone's auto ships should be at this point processed and or processing so that you're done the first week knocked out. Put a one in the comments if your auto ship has ran. Put a two in the comments if it's scheduled, meaning scheduled to run and going to process, not scheduled to run and decline. So there's a difference. That means you got it up there just to make somebody happy and it's going to decline. That makes no sense. So put a one if it's already processed. Congratulations to y'all that have taken that step, that leadership moment, that role to actually lead from the front and already be commission qualified. Congratulations to you guys. The next thing is the twos. Congratulations to y'all for putting that foot forward to have it processing, have it scheduled to process. The sooner the better, because you don't want to be looking at your back office all night and for the next few days and the next few weeks. And while you're looking at it, you're like, why is my ranks not saying this? Or why is it not saying that? Well, that's because you're not commission qualified. So if you don't knock it out at the beginning, then you don't see where you're promoting to as the month goes on. Also, there's been people who miss commissions on paychecks because their commission has been 79 BV instead of 80. So small things like that, pay attention to it. Make sure it says 80 plus that your commission is. Make sure that the day it's supposed to process or has already, that it shows you are commission qualified. Always double check that. Don't assume that it's correct. Always double check. Um, Another thing about the beginning of the month is putting those goals out there. Everyone should have already burned what they wasn't bringing into 2022. All that should be done. We should have burnt all that. We ain't bringing no sicknesses into 2022. We're not bringing no BS. We're not bringing no procrastination. We're not bringing no um, none of that. All we're bringing is positivity. We're bringing that go-getter attitude. We're bringing all of working together. We're bringing that team building. We're bringing that one team, one mission attitude. We're not bringing that separation. None of that stuff exists within us. This is all us working together, doing things as a team to rise to the top as one, not separate. And that's why we love having these Zooms. Me and Rusty is my upline, but everyone on the Zoom tonight, half of y'all are not on my team. Half of y'all may not be on Rusty's team because some of y'all are sidelines or on other teams, but we all come together to make this one, which is what I love, and that's what we're about. So we do this together. We all help one another. We all share, and that's how we're able to help one another. Put a three in the comments if you've bought the new. I bought it today. I had to wait for y'all. I had to phone. I had to get FOMO. But put a three in the comments if y'all bought the gift box with the glass and the bottle, the water bottle. I had to wait. I wanted to get FOMO first. I wanted to see y'all do some commercials and show me that it was worth it because I had a glass that I was loving and I was like, I'm not parting with it. Nope. But I bought it today. So don't worry, I bought it today. But shout out to y'all and shout out to where is she? She on here? I know I just synced her. Where is she at on one of these screens? It went live today. I'm drawing a whole blank. Don't kill me, Monique. There she is. Shout out to you for going live and showing the video and doing the whole commercial thingy so that we've seen that it exists. Then everybody else all coming together and as one. I got mine too. Look, here's my video. Tanya showed hers. Everybody showing theirs. So it was great. So shout out to you guys. So y'all got threes for that. Now put a four in the comments if you're going for a goal this month. If you have put a goal for this month together, put a four in the comments. If you have a goal, good. Everyone should have a goal. That four should be for everybody. because there's no way you're getting up in the morning if you ain't got a reason to. So you should have a 4 in the comments because you should have a goal. Now, from there, you have to break that goal down. You have to make that goal something that's obtainable. That goal can be waking up in the morning. And then part 2 of that goal can be doing one thing productive for myself to make me feel better. The next thing can be doing something productive for my business to make it thrive. And you just keep going from there and there and there from it. So put those goals together because that's something you're going to need. And then you're going to need to hold yourself accountable by having accountability partners, which is something we have. We have accountability partners. So you got to have those. And if you feel like you need one and you don't have one, then you need to find one because that's the only way you're going to push. If that circle that you have is not those people in it that's pushing you, then you need to add some more people to that circle and push some of them other ones to the side and give them a circle for like, tell them they can come back in like March or April or something. Because right now your circle needs to be filled with those positive people. So a few things I want to go over before I bring her on because like me, she is a mom and she got to get things together before she can get on here. So she getting things together and then she'll be hopping on here. They put out the new schedule for conference and it is in the Road to VIP. So everyone should be in that group, no matter who you are, what team you on, everyone should be in that group. They put the schedule out today, the itinerary, so that you're aware. Conference is February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It looks like it's all day on Thursday, from about 2 to 8 p.m. I believe it's Eastern. I have to read it. Yeah, Eastern. Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Cocktail hour. Oh, that's for y'all that's going in person. And then Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1. So it's shorter on Saturday. So plan accordingly. For those that are virtually going to be there, then we can watch it virtually together as a group. We'll figure that out. For those that's going in person, that's awesome. That's awesome. So put a 5 in the comments if you have your conference ticket. And then put a 6 if you have your road rally already scheduled. Which one you going to? Nice. I'll be in Philly. Yep, that's where I'll be, Lisa, in Philly. We'll take that road trip and get to Philly. Another announcement that they made is that they've added on regional sales managers for each area. So as those sales managers start to welcome themselves, and a lot of people are going to be getting emails, look out for those. I got one as well for our sales manager that's introducing herself for our region. Look out for those. Keep your eyes on the Road to VIP group because the Road to VIP is going to have some sort of a group breaking up where each one of the regional sales person is going to have their own special groups for everyone that's in their region. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. And each one of them, we already know Josh, but everyone else we heard from on Monday night, and they all have great energy, and I'm excited to learn from them. I'm gonna let Rusty talk for a second about that before I bring on our guest. But the last thing I had was, Sunday. Sunday, they're doing another Sunday Fun Day. So a Sunday Fun Day is basically they're going to go live once every hour. 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., all Eastern time. They're going live every hour. Whatever enrollments you have on that day will go into the raffle, and they're going to pick names every hour as they go live, and they're going to pick names. So the enrollments are only for that day only. That's also in Road to VIP so that you can see the info and breakdown on that. I believe Lanisa talked about it. She did a video. So make sure you're paying attention to that and staying up to date. So everything's there for that. So Rusty, before I bring on our guest, what do you think so far of everything that's going on? I mean, we got 4-in-1. We got the $2,500 bonuses that's unlimited. We got so much available where people just cannot fail unless they choose to put the action in to make it happen.
Failure is a choice. Winning is a choice. And I've been here full time with Mark for 20 years. And I get up every day and I choose to win. And through all the adversities that I've gone through the 20 years of having a new leaving the bank and having a career in direct sales, because I want to be a full-time father and a full-time husband, I knew I was going to. I didn't have a safety net under me, so I had to go out and make it happen. And so when you make up your mind, I'm going to add value to other people through a product line where you can create your stories. You could take a snapshot of your life right now, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you can tell your progression. How many times did you just throw your hands up in the air and quit? How many times you forged through it? How did you feel when you win? See, that feeling has to be something that you get addicted to. Winning becomes an addiction, and sharing your story becomes an addiction. Get your health in line becomes an addiction. Sitting on your ass becomes an addiction. Making excuses becomes an addiction. And you have to understand compound. I was the senior vice president of a major bank, top 5 from the Federal Reserve, and so I understand compound. Compounds is itself. If you choose to sit on the couch and watch sitcoms designed for the mentality of a 6-year-old and eat Twinkies, you're going to get larger, lazy, lethargic, and that's going to compound itself. Because the more you do it, you get bigger, you get more lethargic, you lose your desire to move, you lose your desire to win. And if you'll find the 5 or 6 people you're hanging around, they're probably sitting there beside of you, or you're on the phone texting them, and they're sitting on their ever expanding posture, watching a sitcom design in a lazy boy recliner designed for the mentality of a 6-year-old. It's high time you take responsibility for where you are. So when you start to take the necessary actions, like I've lost 500 pounds in 16 years now. When I got sick, I left the bank. I had a tumor up around my pituitary. In 4 years, I went from 258 to 750. Medical condition, went through all the treatments. They said, you're going to die. It's over. Go home and get prepared to get your business in order. And at that point, I fired everybody that had a white coat on to come home and took everything into my own hands. And I started fighting. I told my 2 little girls, I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight every day. And if I die, I'm going to be in the yard slinging and swinging. And I'm going to become the warrior. And when you make up your mind, I'm going to become the warrior, every day I got addicted to taking the necessary actions. But then those small wins compounded over the course of the last 15 years was 507 pounds plus gone. I don't have it no more. And then I've made millions of dollars with It Works Global because I show up every single day. I am no different than you are. Man, we went through a lot of craziness in order to get us to where we are. I think you got it easier than you ever had, because you have 4-in-1, you have all kinds of, you got the coding money, you got all these fast starts. That didn't happen initially. And so I want to ask you, before we bring this young lady on, I'm so impressed with her. I want to ask you, what is going to become your new addiction in 2022? Now, if you're going to drag 2021 into 2022, you've made up your mind, I'm going to be just like I've been my whole life, and I'm going to just live in a mediocre existence, and I don't really deserve it. And I love the capitalistic system. And here's why. I was talking to some little girls today at a college, and I wrote a bestseller, and they love to be socialistic. No, I think everything has its place. I said, if I showed you how to make $1 million, you want to go out and give it all away? They said, no, it's my money. I said, yeah, that's what I thought. When this puts you in a position to go out and work at your level, to own your life, to give your family a life that you've never had, I love that system. Do you know why? It gives you the flexibility to live life on your terms, not somebody else's terms. Now, I worked a job like everybody. I was very poor when I was younger. My wife and I had it so bad, no food, no lights, no nothing, no help. And I had to get out and make it happen, because I had to develop the warrior mentality. And I think if I hadn't have done that when I got sick, I would have just gave up and died. Everybody said, just take it easy. I said, no, I can't. Well, you might have a heart attack if you go out and do it. Well, I'm going to have one if I sit here. I'll take my chances out there getting it. And so God showed me that I had a bigger purpose. And every day, compounded over the course of time, we're still here. We still have a very large business. And we're fixing to explode. I had the opportunity to meet with some of our new hires today. And I'm more excited today than I've been in all the 20 years about 2022. Because this is going to put every one of you in a position to win. You have to make up your mind that I deserve to win. So take a pen right now. Every one of you get your ink pen. Write down on the piece of paper, the napkin, whatever. Write down this very second, I deserve to win, and I will win in 2022. Everything that happened into my life to this point in life is nothing but a sheer existence and a catapult to take me to where I am right now. If you woke up today, God allowed you to wake up. You woke up with something that you had to get done. That means you had to take the necessary actions to get it done. And when you start to get those things done, you feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you're accomplishing things. And when you start to accomplish things, you get hungry for that kind of lifestyle. You can no longer sit in mediocrity, and you cannot just settle for average. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna shut up. Ain't nobody on this Zoom average. You was not born to be average. You have a purpose with your life, and there's a lot of people depending on every one of us right now. I'm fixing to be a grandfather this year. I had all sisters and daughters. My grandson is coming. You really want to fight with me right now because I know he's coming. And you know what? When you make up your mind, what I'm after is worth a whole lot more than where I am. And what is your real why? Mine, when I left the bank, was my two little girls. They're daddy's girls. And this girl I've been with for 43 years. In fact, I've never even dated another woman. I don't even know what that's like. I've been with the same girl. I fell in love with the day I saw her. And I'm not saying that to brag because I'm not no better than nobody else. I'm crazy. But I'm crazy in love with her. I'm crazy in love with my daughters. I'm crazy in love with all of y'all. I'm crazy in love with this business. And I want to help have some small part of this journey we're on together. See, I don't care whose team you're on. If you're under Mark Pentecost, which is one of my best friends in life, you're part of the family. Tonight is a family reunion, and we're here to break bread with each other. We're here to learn some new skills so we can apply those skills learned. Because if you don't apply it, knowledge don't mean nothing if you're not applying it. It's when you start to apply it and you go create that work ethic from this lady is fixing to pour into you for the stuff she's accomplishing is pretty phenomenal. She ain't no different than the rest of y'all, except for one thing. I don't know what her driving factor is, but I'm fixing to take several pages of notes on it. But her driving factor, she believes she deserved to win, and she got out there and done it by helping other people. I'm gonna say this and we're over. When you put yourself in the service of other people, you will always be blessed in direct proportion for the quality of efforts expended. So make up your mind, I'm going to be a professional. As of right now, all that bullshit, it followed me up to this point is over. I'm kicking it out the window. It does not serve me. I've been a slave to that master. Now it's over. We've just drafted divorce papers. The sheriff come and served them. They hauled them out of here. They don't belong to us anymore. From this day forward, I'm going to live the life I deserve, but I'm going to take the necessary actions of a multimillionaire. That means you cut out TV. Instead of watching somebody else program you, you read a book to program yourself. And therefore you start to take those actions. But one thing you're gonna get rid of from this day forward, because we have sequestered everything we need to be to explode this into the next 3 billion of sales of this team that we built for 20 years and this company. But we have sequestered everything we need to put every one of y'all in a position to win. I just have to ask you, when the flavor of your mouth changes, when the taste in your mouth begins to change it from mediocrity, because I'm gonna be a winner. It don't matter who says what, your mama, your sister, your crazy brother-in-law, your crazy sister-in-law, all them friends that you thought was yours, they ain't your, some of you have hung on to those damn temporary people like they for your ever tribe. They're not. What got you to where you are this very second when those people will not get you to where you're going? We're going to have to step up and become new world leaders. There's people depending on us to show up to do one thing, give them hope and put your foot in their ass and work right with them. And let's go get this thing and stop making excuses as to why you can't go get it done. It's not that you can't. It's just you're too lazy to get it done. That procrastination thing is nothing but a cancer and a disease of the mind. And then you're going to complain about why you can't pay your bills and why you can't get the weight off and complain and whine and bitch and cry. Nobody wants to hear that. This is the real world now. And when you make up your mind, deserve it, we'll be right there kicking the door. I ain't sending my troops into battle. I kick the door down and I go first. They come in behind us. Because if there's a bullet gonna get it, I'm gonna catch the first one, but I'm gonna be sending a bunch of them out there. You know why? I stood all these years because my grandfather fought for General Patton. Some of you heard the story, some of you hadn't. I'm the firstborn fifth generation. And he gave me all the medals when I was 5. They were common. They got to the last 3 medals. And he didn't want to talk about it. He had to kill people to get them. Everything else was about leadership. I said, you had to kill people. I thought we was talking about love a while ago. And here's where we are. He told me, because I was his favorite, I was his first. For the love of your grandmother, the love of your father, I knew you were coming. For Mark and I sitting in that restaurant over in Raleigh, North Carolina at Fuddruckers, a greasy spoon hamburger place, creating this vision for the love of each other, for the love of the industry, we knew one day y'all were coming. We knew you were going to have children, you're going to have grandchildren. If we quit, you would have never showed up. You'd have never showed up because we just quit. We went about to quit. When it got hard, we got harder with it because we knew you were coming. So for the love of y'all coming and for the love of my grandson coming, you really want to fight with us now? We will show up every day till we win. If it takes me the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 50 years, I'm going to show up every single day till I fall over and I just float away in just dust. Because I look at some of you, I see some of these kids in the background. See, they're worth it. They're worth it. They're worth me putting my foot in your ass every single day to make sure that you secure the future. That's called creating generational wealth. That's called setting you up and posturing you and fostering this story, fostering this business, and putting everything we can in your palms to go out and do the work. I can tell you anything I want to, but if you're not willing to do the work, go get you a second job, get you a waitress job, go pick up trash on it, sell beer cans. Shit, I did it one time when we was hungry. I sold beer cans. I ain't ashamed to tell it. But I said, this is just temporary. One day I'll be a multi-millionaire. My wife said, man, we ain't even eating 3 days. Why don't you get some food in the house? But I knew this day was coming. But you know what else I know? I know your day is coming too. So I will show up here every daggone day until it happens. When you take up that Monday, this is what I'm going to be. This is who I'm going to be. I don't care how much your education you do or don't have. I don't care where you come from. I don't care if it's poverty or wealth. I believe every one of you women, I had all sisters and daughters. I believe every one of you ladies deserve to be independently wealthy, and you don't need a man. Not to say that you discriminate us guys, because it takes two to make things happen. But I believe every one of you should be independent in your own right. Carissa.
I love that. And I agree. I hope you guys got a whole lot from that because I did as I was typing it. So I hope you guys are ready for some more because you got to add to them notes because she about to give us some stuff. And listen, and it's just great to be able to see that she's able to do this business with a lot on her plate, just like the rest of us. You know, all of us got a lot on our plate, and we still work this business, and we still find ways to make it all work. I mean, I know y'all seen me making faces to the side because somebody had to go to sleep, so I kept muting and making faces, so he had to go to sleep. So, you know, we make this work, and that's what you're supposed to do. Make it work. You don't find excuses, you find solutions to make it work for you. So I'm going to bring Tiana on so she can tell us a bit about her, and then we can get down to business. So she's a diamond. I met her through Sideline Candace, and all of us are in like a sideline chat that we talk in, and that's pretty much how I met her. And we've been able to speak throughout that and speak on the side to learn more and see that we got other stuff in common with our kids, and to be able to learn from her and her be able to pour into us is, you know, another blessing. Like I said, for all of us to be able to share with one another, even though we're not on the same teams, is something that it's not only helping us, but it's helping you as well, being that sharer, because it fills your cup too while you're getting filled at the same time. So I love it, and the blessings bless each other. So Tiana, tell us about you and take it over because I'm excited and ready for all of this because this girl is making tons of cash. First off, every time we turn around, she just got her in chat talking about I done sold 6, 7, 50 million stamp packs. And then she come back like, oh wait, I done got a customer, 126 BV. Oh wait, 124 BV. Like it's a difference, like it's over 120. So tell us a bit about you and then let's get into business.
Well, hello, everybody. Hi. I've been trying to get on a Zoom with, well, Chris has been trying to get me on a Zoom for a while, and it just has not been working out because life had been going on with this little boy of mine.
Hold up 1 second. We want to hear you clearly. We want to hear you
diamond leader.
Wait, Tiana, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right.
Okay, now we ain't about to have robot tonight.
I can hear you.
This gonna come through tonight.
Wait a minute. Let me don't worry, relax.
We gonna
let me see if it's my connection.
Okay. All
right. we breaking it together. 1 second.
That's right.
Fix my connection.
Oh, you sound good now.
Let's see. I'm good now.
Yes. I mean, you froze.
I
I
was
mean,
going to retry my
not
connection. Sometimes my this better. Let me try this again.
okay.
1 second.
I was checking. I'm like, hold on now.
I
Everybody's
mean,
face look like mine. I'm like, wait a minute. We're gonna get this right. That's right. If she got to dial in, we're gonna get this. What you doing? Your phone or something?
I'm gonna do it on my phone.
Oh,
My laptop acting crazy, so let me do it this on my phone.
oh, okay. That'll work. All right. Well, while she's working on that, guys, what number am I on? 7 is next. So put a 7 in the chat if you have some sample cash this month. I'm gonna highlight. You want me to highlight on the phone instead?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm low out. Let's see. All right.
Did I not see no 7s get in the chat? Nobody earned no sample cash? Oh, there they go. I missed them. Okay. Phew.
All right, y'all. Is this better? Are we good?
All righty. Let me spotlight that one. All right, go ahead and talk. Mic check, 1, 2. Do I unmute you? You gotta turn your volume on. Oh, she's connecting to it now. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Is this better?
Let's do this. All right, take it away. Start over. Let's go.
Okay. I was saying that Carissa, she been trying to get me on the Zoom for a while now. And it's just been life happening, as we know. And here I am. Okay. Here I am with the baby boy right here asleep right beside me. So as she said, we met through my upline, which is Candace Thomas. And we met in a group, and everybody in the group has been amazing. They share, we all share, we're all just trying to help each other. And I do appreciate that. It's one of the things that I love about the business. I've been in the business January the 17th, 3 years. And I never really knew why I joined, to be honest. Candace got on my nerves for 13 months. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna just try to tell my story as fast as possible. 6 months later, after I joined the business, I'm a mom and I'm married. I'm a married mom of 2. My daughter's 25 and my daughter's 25 and my son is 5. 6 months into the business, I found out that my son was autistic. And not only did I find out he was autistic, but they had labeled him as a nonverbal autistic child. And so that's when I realized, like months later, trying to get him resources and services, I was like, oh, this is why I'm in this business. God damn it. Because this stuff costs a lot of money. So when I realized like what it would cost us, and I always thank God for my husband. Like my husband's always been a really good provider. But if you're anything like me, you like your own coins. And so you like to have your own coins and do what you want to do with your coins. I'm a shopaholic. So I like to be able to do what I want when I want. And without somebody saying, well, you great to spend $500 on it. So long story short, like we found out he was autistic. When we found out the services that he would need and require, our insurance would not cover 100%. So it would only cover 70%. And so, of course, we wanted to get the best of the best for him. And ABA therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, paying 30% out of your pocket adds up. And it actually added up to what our mortgage is. Like every month we pay $2,000 out of pocket. And I wanted to be the one to say, you know what, babe, I got that. I'm gonna do it. Because he handles everything else.
car notes, car insurances, all that other good stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I got it. I'm gonna do it. And it wasn't a big deal for him, but I wanted to be the one to be able to handle that. I wanted to be able to one to write that check for that. And I also didn't want to go back to work full time to do it. So I stayed I'm still at my job, been at my job since 2015. I love it because it's convenient and I like being around people instead of having to be around a kid all day. But I work because I want to, not because I have to. And so that's why I only go to work 2 days a week. And it's more or less just to get out of the house and do other things besides taking care of my household and my son. But when I realized how much it was going to cost us and how much it was costing, I was like, this is a lot of money every month. And I'm like, this is going to be a lot. Like, I'm going to have to stop doing some things. But then when I realized, I was like, no, Tiana, you make good money with It Works. So now it's time to just speed it up a little bit. Because when I found out, I kind of slowed down a little bit. I cried for 3 months straight when I found out. I was a mess. It was because I just didn't know about it. So I was a mess. And once I got out of that little funk, I still was working my business a little bit, still was getting, some commission, but it wasn't what I was used to. I was like, we're gonna have to do something about this. I started working my business like I was before. I'm a heavy enroller with LCs and I enroll high volume. When sampling came into play, I want to say last year is when I went really hard with sampling. I went diamond. I got my diamond bonus. I always was a heavy enroller, so I always had like pretty fat commission checks, even when I was a Ruby, because I enrolled a lot of high volume. And at the time, in the beginning, I didn't know what that was. I just knew that, I lost weight with the products, and I was like ready to show off. And it was like, I'm giving everybody what I use. Every item that I use, this is what I'm giving everybody, until I kind of really learned how to, as I call it, prescribe the package. I always customize packages according to the person. So once I started doing that, I'm like, nobody gets less than 5 products with me. Like, this is it. No, you're not, no less than 5 products, at minimum 4. If you're trying to lose like 20 or more pounds, that's what it was for me. I've lost 40 pounds so far with the products and lost a lot of belly fat. So I knew that it worked. So it was easy for me. It was easy for me to kind of like, let people know, like, this is what it is. Here are my results. This actually does work. Let's get you some packages and roll. Now, last year with samples is when I kind of really, really went hard with samples. Once I saw my diamond check dwindling down, I told myself I was never going to ever use my work paycheck to pay for his services, ever. I said, It Works paid for it thus far. I'm gonna keep making that work for me. It's gonna keep paying for that $2,000 for his services a month. I'm gonna make it. And I said, no matter what, I'm gonna always make my commission check be what my diamond checks were, no matter how I had to do it. And that's where my sample packs came in. I think Candace might have introduced me to us doing like the rack packs. And so I was selling my rack packs for $35. I started posting. Now, this is important, you guys. If you're not getting interaction on your page when you're posting about your sample packs, because my sample packs are either one facial wrap and one skinny wrap, and then 2 other products that are samplable products. So meaning 2 other products that are like, that can be packed, that can be in individual packets. And I give them, so you'll either get 1 wrap of your choice, and you'll get 3 skinny coffees and 3 skinny teas. It just depends on what they want. If they don't want a facial wrap or a skinny wrap, you give them another product and give them 3 of those for samples and $35, and I cover the shipping. When I saw that I could sell them so easily, I was like, oh, this is a real money maker. So what I did was, I've always posted in groups. So any groups that you guys are a part of, always read their rules. A lot of groups out here they have promotional days. They allow you to post certain days, okay? They'll have, some of them will say, drop your link in the comments. I don't drop my link in the comments. I want a separate post that's all about my stuff. And so I normally post my post about, I have to drop it in the comments. I'll put it in the group, Carissa. I know I gave it to Marion. Marion, if you have it, can you drop it in the comments if you're on here, the post that I gave you that I use in the group?
Yes, please, Marion, where you at? Drop it in there. That whole Maryland
in the chat, and I post this in the groups. And when I post that one particular post in the groups, I always post in the comments what each product that I have, I post what it does. And then I post a before and after picture, a corporate approved before and after picture of myself in the comments. And I always tell them, like, these are my personal results, because people always want to know, you selling me this, but are you using this? So I always tell them these are my personal results. Normally people are really, really like excited to purchase a sample pack because they're not ready to commit. They're not ready to commit to a 3-month auto shipment. That's fine. Last year in 2021, the most sample packs I sold was November, I think it was. It might have been December, 202 wrap sample packs at $35 a piece. I made $7,070 just from sample packs.
Wait, how long was this? What happened? What? Say it slower. Say that again slower.
Last November, not November of 2021, November of 2020, I made $7,070. I sold 202 wrap sample packs at $35 a piece.
So $35 is
when I saw that,
and 3 individual add-ons.
And this is the thing. You can customize your sample packs however you want.
Right.
If you whatever you have available, use it. I personally too, if you have friends that you've enrolled that are no longer customers that have made it to like the platinum status, use their account, order from their account, because they get free shipping. They get an extra 20 or 25% off for a one-time order. And if they join when the pick 2, pick 3 was around, for pick 2 for $59 and the pick 3 for, what was that, $79? You use those accounts to get more products for a little cheaper. You're adding BV to your monthly BV. You're using it, you're going to resell it anyway. And it's to build up I like to build up my, as I call it, my sample cash stash. I like to build that stash up so that I'm never really running out of anything, because sometimes I never know when I'm going to post and the post blows up and it's 50 people that want a sample pack. And I do like to get my sample packs out in the next like 24 to 48 hours, because since COVID, mail has been a little crazy. So, and then if it's things that you personally don't like yourself, if you don't like your hydrate and you still have some laying around, sell it, add it to your sample packs. I add everything to my sample packs. When I message everybody after they've commented, and I'll put my message in the chat. I message them. I tell them, read the message all the way through, how much it's going to cost them, and exactly what I have available. And sometimes I switch it up because I may not have everything available once I get to the 20th person. So, but the main part is like posting in groups, knowing your groups, interacting in all those groups that you're in. I do try to make it my business to go through to make sure that I'm not in any groups that my other sideline sisters are in, because if this is the group that they're in, if I'm in that group with them, I don't do any posting in there. Like I won't do any posting about the products. Like I let them have that. I'm in a few groups with a few of my sideline sisters. They know I do really well in one group. Candace, Michonne, all of them, they won't post anything on the promotional days in those groups, because that's my group. And I do the same thing. If I see anybody, whether I know them or not, if I see that they're like a It Works global distributor, I keep it moving. Because I don't want to step anybody's toes.
Exactly. And that's what everyone should have, the same type of, I don't forgot that word I was going to use, but okay, respect or work, but I was going to say another one. It was something that was a little bit bigger, trying to expand my vocabulary. But it was, but that's definitely a great thing. Professionalism works too. understand
integrity.
if you're going
Integrity.
That's the one.
Mhm.
It definitely, if you're going into groups and you see these people in there, like you see them, it makes no
Right.
sense going there. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
And if you're going to do it because you really connect with that group, but not to post on promotional days, leave that alone. I've been in groups where I've seen people that aren't on my team and I saw like promotional time, they post. And so since I'm new to the group, I backed up and I may message them like, hey girl, I'm one of your work sisters too, good luck. Or, if you need any tips or anything, I'll message them and say that to them because I want them to know, like, I'm never going to step on your toes. Like, I'm just not going to do that. I go to groups and I'm in groups that relate to me. So like I'm in a lot of autism mom groups because my son has autism. He has sensory processing disorder. So I'm in a lot of groups that have a lot of groups for sensory processing disorder. I'm in a group for moms with Black sons with autism. I'm in a whole bunch of groups that kind of relate to me. I like to cook. So I'm in a lot of cooking groups. I like to coupon. I'm in a lot of couponing groups. Again, I read their rules and take note. Put them in your notes. I always know what group is allowed promotional days on what day. I'll put it in my notes. I have it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when I can post in what group. And that's what I do. So all the time, it's not going to be samples. Sometimes it'll be just like a host of post, but it'll be me posting it. And I do pretty well in those groups as well for that reason. But posting in groups is really what gets me a lot of my sample cash, honestly.
I love that part. And just a quick thing in reference to the groups. Her groups, if you guys didn't notice, is based around her and her pillars. So if you know your pillars, which is something we discussed before, utilize those pillars as ways to finding groups that fit you. And that way you have things you're in common with people with. So if you're already knowing your pillars and you have them dissected, now you can find groups dealing with that stuff. Like for
And
me, one thing is turtles. Ain't not a lot of people is pet owners of a turtle. So I got a whole nother situation over there of a group to use. So utilize your pillars and look for groups that specify in those areas so that you actually can have conversations in there, not just in there just to do, sales.
just
Okay.
the step. Yep. And so I was going to say too, also make sure when you get in these groups, you're not just on the sideline in these groups, because let me tell you what people do when they see that you're posting in the groups, like just on a promotional days, people will type in your name in those groups to see how often you comment on people's stuff, to see how often you're actually posting about anything other than your business. Because once they see that, then they know that's the only reason why you're in the group. So interact while you're in these groups. Comment a lot, especially with the admins and the moderators. I get really, really close with the admins and the moderators of every group that I'm in. Even if they don't allow me to, even if they don't have promotional days, I get close with them anyway, because you never know what may come out of these relationships. And so I get close with them anyway, just in case. So like if I want to do our giveaway posts, one of the groups that I'm in don't allow you to do promotional posts, but because I am an active member in her group, she lets me post my giveaway post. So I can post the giveaway post in there, but I can't actually post about the products in there. That's fine with me. If it's 15,000 people in a group and I get 300 people to comment, yeah, everybody's not going to host a post for me. But if I can get 50 out of the 300, I'm good. And that's actually how I just got a lot of my customers for the month of December. I was able to post in one of the groups that I post in, and I did the giveaway post for host a post. So, it's ways to work around these groups, but you have to make sure you are really getting some genuine connections out of the groups, not just to be posting, not just in the group just so that you can make money from the group. Most of the people that comment a lot on anything that I post in the groups, I always send them a friend request. And I send them a message and let them know I'm so glad to connect with other like-minded women. Like I'm pumped to be, to meet you. My name is Tiana. I know you always commenting on my posts or whatever, and we get to talking from there. Then I add them as a friend. Then they accept my friend request, and then they start seeing my page, and then they start connecting with me in other ways, whether it be because my son, I do a carpool chronicle on my story every morning with my son, taking him to school. He's nonverbal. He says a little bit, but like everybody enjoys seeing him every single day. So like when I was down and sick, and he was sick for like last 2 weeks, they were messaging me like, T, where's DJ? Like everybody's looking for him. And one girl actually became a customer of mine. That was the 128. She watches me because of him. She's been watching me because of DJ. That's how we started, and that's how we connected. She then she was following me for like 2 years. Just finally decided to order. I sold her samples before. She liked the samples, but just wasn't ready to commit. And she was like, I really like what, yes. Yes, with the 128 DV, Monique. I just saw that pop up. Yes. But that's why it's important to connect with the people in those groups, in the groups that you're in. Don't just post when it's promotional days. Interact with them. Post the reason, like interact for the exact reason why you decided to go into the group. If it's something that you like, Carissa said, if it's a group of turtle, because she's a turtle pet owner, interact with those people. Just interact with those people. And again, months, weeks down the line, they become DTs or they become LCs. I am really good with enrolling LCs and doing sample cash. Not so much as DTs. I'm trying to get better with that. And better with like telling my story. But for me, my goal is to make sure that I am constantly being able to pay for his therapy sessions. That's what it is for me every month. That is my why every month. I don't care what my commission check looks like. When prelims come out, if it ain't over 2,000, I know what I got to do. I know that I have to sell 45 samples or 35, whatever it is. And I make sure that is what I do. So I never, ever have to take it out of my regular paycheck or my regular bank account. And that's been a goal of mine. And I've been, knock on wood, thank God I've been able to do that. If you have any questions about samples, y'all just drop them in the chat. Go ahead.
I got 2 things. One, I want to talk about mindset with going through all of this at the same time, because I know me personally, there's days that it's draining and there's other days that it's rewarding. So it's going to be a balance of both. But, solutions is a thing. Confianza is my best friend. So how are you with your mindset getting through it? Because I know me personally, all these doctor's appointments and scheduling and therapies and this and this and this and this and these therapies, that was a lot of work. So I know it's a lot to do. So how are you mentally able to get this done and still be able to work your business at the same time?
So I'm gonna be really honest. I've been, mindset wise, I've been almost like, I feel like I've been trained to just be this robot, this robot and this mom that just keep going and just keep going and keep going. Remember I told you, it was at 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, my body told me, no, you're not, you can't. My body said, no, you cannot. No, you cannot take him to school in the morning and be in a carpool line by 9 o'clock and then come back home and make his lunch for ABA therapy and go back and pick him up at 11:45 and be in the carpool line by 11, then go back to McDonald's to get his lunch and his lunch bag from the house and then take him to ABA therapy. And then after therapy, you got to go back and start dinner before he get out of therapy and then pick him up from therapy and then take him to swimming lessons. You can't do it. That's my schedule. That was pretty much my schedule every day. And my body shut down. But even during the shutdown, I still was working my business. But my mindset is like, I know I got to get it done. And for me, I look at it works as my 9 to 5 paycheck. So, it's like, that's how I look at it. So I look at it like, I know what I have to do. And if I'm in the bed laying down and I'm at some point get up and scroll on my phone, why not send out a few messages? Why not copy and paste and send out a few messages? I'm already looking through everybody else's stuff being nosy. So why not, post the host of posts, a giveaway post on my page. And I always, honestly, my mindset is I always just think about him. I think about what I know that I have to do. They don't care. None of those therapies, none of those therapists care if I cannot pay them or not. They don't care if I'm sick for the week and I can't write a check. Their job is to care for him and to help him with his progress. My job is to make sure that it's paid every month. And so for me, my mindset is like, nope, you got your head snoring. That's my baby. That's my that's DJ.
Oh, it's mine too. And they direct messaging me separate.
That's DJ. That's the way I listen. He had to take his medicine, and that's how I was able to get on here at 9:15. Okay. But that's what I do. It's what right now, like
same time. So they're in sync. That's why I started laughing because they said it. I was about to mute, but it's you too. Okay, go ahead.
No, that's DJ too. So, but that's my mindset was I knew I had to get it done. My mindset was I knew that if I did not work my business, I was going to either have to have my husband paying for it, or I was going to have to go to work full time. And going back to work full time is an absolute negative for me. Going back to work and having to go back to work every day is a negative for me. I do enjoy the freedom of like just working 2 days a week and doing what I want to do, even though I pretty much feel like I work for DJ. Or I mean, he's my employer, I feel like, but it's still, I mean, that's why I feel like who I work for, but it's okay. I still get to do what I want to do. I get to go get my nails done every 3 weeks, like clockwork. I get to go to the hairdresser every 2, without worrying about, oh God, I'm gonna have to take off, or I'm not gonna be able to get DJ in time, or, like I don't want to deal with that.
And you have to make sure you have self-care done. You got to have that self-time. So I'm glad that you're able to still put that in there. It's not like robot, but not take care of me, so
yeah,
it's good that
I make sure I do at minimum for myself, at minimum. But I do try, but my mindset is I know what I want. And I honestly, when you've had the chance to see a nice size check from doing something that people don't believe is real, I'm one of them ones like, I got to keep doing this. I got to show y'all. Like, I got to keep on. Even if I don't enroll a lot of DTs, I still have to, like, my mindset is, I'm going to show y'all. Like, honey, I'm 3 years next week. I've been doing this 3 years next week. I would have never believed that. I would have never, ever believed that. But once I saw that the checks were real, I said I'd be a fool to do anything else. I'd be a fool to walk away. Like, I'd be a fool. Even when I had when I was sick, I was still getting a commission check. When we found out he was autistic and I was in the dumps for 3 months crying every day, I still was getting a commission check. Even though I wasn't working my business like I usually do, that residual income was still coming in. And that was like that was like that light bulb that God shine on you real quick, like that, like whatever, the angel, like, oh, like, that's how I felt when we found out. And I was like, that is why I'm still here. That is why I'm still here. I'm still here to be able to do these things for him without my husband having to pitch in and do it. Like, it was just, it was God sent, and I didn't realize it then. So, my mindset was, I got to get it done. I have to do it. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of, even people that work full-time in this business, that work full-time outside of It Works, make the mistake of thinking that they can't do this full-time. Like, I think a lot of people, they think that, oh, my commission check was only $200. I ain't going to do this full-time. But in all actuality, if you were able to make a $200 commission check, you will be able to make a $2,000 commission check. Like, when you see other people do it, you can too. Because as you said, like, we all have lives. We all have everything going on. And if you're getting a check from Mark Pentecost that say $220, why do you think you can't get a check that say $2,020? Why do you think you can't get a check that say $20,200? Why do you think you can't make up for that commission check when you get the $220? Why do you think you can't sell the samples and make up for that? Like, tell yourself what you want to make every month. And if you don't make it through LCs, make it through the sample cash. I was just telling Carissa the other day, the easiest way to work your business, and like selling packages of products to people, is never just selling one product. I'm never going to sell one product. If I sell one product, Lord Jesus, somebody put me down to the ground and it's just somebody, I just want them to try one, like just try something so I can get you. But for the most part, the easiest way to work your business and get the volume in that you really, really want without feeling like you are draining yourself to get 100 customers a month. And I'm not saying don't get 100 customers a month, but if you can get 10 customers that's going to use 5 products, or you sell them 5 items, 128 BV or 130 BV, and you get 10 people. And then, have the rest. They could be people that just want one bottle of gummies, but that's fine. But you want to make sure that you are working. You're not working so hard to burn yourself out. You're not working so hard to burn yourself out. Really, and to be honest with you, most people maximize their results by using more than one product anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You maximize your results by using more than one product. Everybody that wants to lose weight need to use a cleanse, period. That should always just be first and foremost. Like that's the first thing should be the first thing on your list to give anybody anyway. Have a set of questions that you asking people. I have a set of questions and I can put them in the chat too. We'll send them to Carissa and she can put them in there. But I have a set of questions that I ask. And sometimes the conversations may go, 7 messages long, 10 messages long. But by the end of that message, they have gotten at least 5 products. And when I say 5, it may be a 30-day bag of Skinny Brew. So I'm going to give them 2 15-day bags. They're going to get a cleanse. They're going to get TFX. They're going to get gummies. And some of them, I'll tell them, like, we're going to add these wraps in because you're going to need them next month. So let's go ahead and add them in now so you can have them. But like I explain what I'm doing and why they're getting the package that you're getting. But after I ask those set of questions, they understand that I'm asking them questions that's geared to really helping them with their goal. Right. And it's easier for them to want to purchase a package because everything I post, I say package. So what I sent you to do. Everything is packaged for me. Everything. I don't ever do a host post that just has one product. Even my host posts that I give to people have at least 2 products. And then I upsell them when I get them in the messenger. So just focus on getting people more than one product. More than one product for sure. If somebody wants to lose 20 pounds, you do know that TFX is good, but you got to be on a really, really strict diet to really lose, 20 to 30 pounds on just TFX. Most people are not on a real strict diet. Most people are just not. Most people are not going to do straight no carbs, just water. They're not going to do that. So you want to make sure that they have other products that they can take that work together to get them there. I guess y'all can questions too, or ask me questions.
So it's basically, like, I know a lot of us may post based off of one type of product to actually reel people in. But I noticed your way is a lot different, where it's more so of who's looking to lose blah, blah, blah weight type of messages. So it's more so of a asking who wants to lose weight versus here's the gummies I have that can help you do this, who want to do this, where you're focused on one product versus doing it the other way where you can post and say, who's looking to lose 10 to 30 pounds in the next 90 days? Comment, blah, blah, blah. Say it again.
On a $40 budget. I never post that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to say the budget part. No. just that. And then that lets you be in their inbox where now you can ask them questions and say, okay, do you drink coffee? Would you rather a pill supplement? Do you do da-da-da-da-da? And then from there, now you're sending your results. You're showing them that the products work because you got your results in there. And then you're recommending packages to them because guess what? The products work and you've already asked them a series of questions, which, yeah, Tiana, if you can find that or somebody got it that can do it for you, they can put it in the chat so that they can have it, that survey question part. And so this is basically outlining for you guys exactly what's the yay and nays on what they're interested in. Now you can recommend a package. We do have pick 3 for $92, right? 92 is the number? Yeah. We have pick 3 for $92 that's available. So you can utilize that as a piece of it. But when you're doing this package, also make sure that you're saying, okay, I want to give you this for this, this for this, this for this. And then what makes it sound even better is the fact if you add in that fourth product, now you can say, okay, well, I can get you this package for this price. And guess what else I can do? I can throw in free shipping. So they don't know
Mhm.
that it's already free. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
throwing in stuff and making it sound like, you're offering, which is what you should do. It shouldn't just be, hey, my company is doing this and this is free. No, make it sound like it's coming for you, like you did something personally for them. Because that's what I do for my customers on month 4. On month 4, the company gives them samples. Well, guess what I'm telling you? Hey, you're about to do your next auto ship. Guess what I'm going to do just because you're ordering this month? I'm going to throw in some free samples with it. How's that? And
Mhm.
they literally will message me, I got my samples. Thank you so much. So get personal like that with them where they feel like, it's coming from you, not so much the company doing it. Make them see that it's you and you can do it. You looking for it?
Yeah, I'm looking for
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking for it. But I
Okay.
personally just make sure I always tell people that I customize packages and the packages are according to, what we're going to discuss now. Like I always let them know that that their package is customized. I never ever tell them, or I may tell them like, oh, this is the exact package that I'm using, because it could be exactly what I was using. So then I will tell them that.
Are you
And
putting
most
their
people are like,
for them?
oh, hmm,
Are you putting in their orders or you're sending them a discount link?
nope. Well, I send them I send them their shopping cart, and in my message, I always tell them that it expires within 20 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at it expire. And y'all
Yes.
know it really do expire, okay? So don't think that we lying when we say it expire. It really do expire. But the
Yeah.
20 minutes
I tell them it expire in 20 minutes. So
that people procrastinate a lot, okay?
they do.
Okay.
And I never send out shopping carts to anybody that's not ready to order. I'm not sitting around waiting around for 7 days for you to finally put an order through that you're going to forget about because life is happening with you.
Post it, Candace. Yes. Yes, by all means, Candace. Post it. Thank you.
All right.
We
Candace, you
need
got the, I don't know, she
we
has
want
one.
the survey, Candace. We want the survey, the
All right,
question.
this is what I post for the question. Yeah, so yeah, she posted the cart. That's the cart one that we use right there that expires in 20 minutes. These are the questions that I ask
Okay.
for them to tell me how much are they looking to lose, what's been the hardest part. And from that now, honestly, you probably still do want to know your fact, like what product does what. You want to actually know, like when people are telling you. Oh, and always at the end, I ask, before I put a package together, I ask them, do they have any medical conditions or allergies that I should know about? Once they tell me yes or no, and then I ask, do you drink coffee? And this is before we had smoothies, but I ask, do you drink coffee, smoothies, tea? What is your water intake? Always ask people what their water intake is, because some people, again, do not realize that once they buy these packages, they don't realize that they have to change the way they eat. They don't realize that they have to drink lots of water. Like they don't realize that. They just think that if I take these products, it's really people out here that believe that. It's really people that's out here that believe that if I just take these products, they should work like it's working on you. And that's not really the case. I always tell people, when you buy these products, they'll work for you if you work for them. So you have to make sure that and I do help people with like what they can buy to eat, to help them. So again, you have to be walking the walk though, y'all, in order for you to really sell these things to people. You want to make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do too, if you want to help, if you're on a goal to lose weight. So you can't be on your live snacking on chips and Doritos and a Snickers, and then your next post under that is saying who wants to lose weight, or who wants to lose weight on a $40 budget. You can't
Not
do
on
that.
the live, guys. Not on the live.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that. You have to. I ain't saying you can't do it, but you don't want to do that where your following is seeing that. Like, yeah, every now and then you can fall off the wagon and do a little something. The holidays, that's what we do. But you want to also show them that you are really a wellness coach. You can't tell me you're a health and wellness coach and I keep seeing you popping Coke bottles. You can't tell me that. Like, how do you think I'm going to listen to you if you're not walking this walk with me? You can't tell me a certain skincare regimen and then you're telling me you buy my brand, buy the Dr. Massive brand, right? But then you're using the Clearasil on your live. You have to be, people buy from you. People buy from the person. People buy from the person. Some people buy because of the products, but most people, as we see through social media, they're buying from the person. They're buying from who they see. They're buying because you're in your stories every day with this daggone coffee getting on my nerves. Let me try this coffee just because she keep posting it every day. I've had people buy samples of coffee because they like, you post this coffee like it's so good every day. Like, let me get some of this coffee. People buy from you. They know who you are because they see who you are. So if you are upbeat and I'm not saying fake and be anybody else other than you, but be who you would want to buy from. Be who you would want to buy from.
Agreed. I like that.
Be who you want.
Fill your stories. I mean, you can utilize your pillars in your stories the same way. It don't all have to be on the page. You can use your stories for it. I'm finally learning that
I use it for a lot. Sometimes I don't feel like typing a lot, and sometimes it's easier because I got that free time real quick that I can do it. I can do a story. DJ is he's up under me a lot, so sometimes it's just easier for him to just be right here and me sipping my coffee in the story, or I finally get a break from him and I go and get my coffee and do it on my own, and I do it in my stories. So utilize your stories, but people just remember, people buy from you. So it doesn't really matter how many times you post. People do want to see you. They want to see that you're doing these things. They want to see that you are getting results, whether it's 2 pounds or clearer skin and some blemishes gone. Like they want to see it from you. So you are if you're not making money, you're the reason why you're not making money.
And you always start with the recommendation of at least 3 to 4 products, and then you upsell on top of that 3 to 4 products, correct?
So I just started doing the upsell stuff because honestly, before, I didn't really care about what you had in your pocket. I didn't think about what your wallet looked like. I mean, I'm like, if you came to me for help, then you won't let me give you these recommendations. So I never really did the upsell. I just started using the upselling boards. At first I wasn't. I was just like, this is what I always like. This is what I highly recommend. And any product that I that I recommend for them, I put it in package form. I put it all in one message, and I break down what each product does. And this is why. And so after we've had the conversation and I did like my diagnosis with you, I can tell you, this is what I really think you would need and benefit from. So that's why it's important to have that conversation with them first, because even if you've given the same package to the last 4 customers, when you're talking to each customer, they think that package is just for them. So I always do definitely a cleanse. You're getting coffee or tea, now that we have tea, but you're getting coffee, keto coffee or skinny brew, and mainly because I saw really good results myself with that. So my daughter and myself, we saw really good results, fast, instant results. And I know that's how most people think. They want fast, instant results. So that's always going to be a given with me. You're always going to get TFX if you don't have sensitivities to caffeine. If it's a weight loss, if it's just like for weight loss. Now that we have the gummies, I throw the gummies in, or I may throw the wraps in. But for the most part, I'm always doing like 4 or 5 products. And when I say 4 or 5 products, again, I'm saying like 2 15-day bags of their coffee or their tea. I never ever do, like, it's senseless to do 1 bag of coffee when it's only 15 in a bag, when they're going to need a 30-day supply if for each month of their 90-day challenge. So for me, I never just say, well, I always just say, this is your package, and then this is the pricing, and what it retails as, and then what the sale price is. And like Carissa said, I throw in stuff. A lady who did a package last week, I actually had a couple extra cleanses. I realized she lived around the corner, didn't know that. She's been following me for a while, just ordered from me about 2 weeks ago, and I gave her a free cleanse. I gave her a free cleanse because she got 2 daughters that's interested in losing weight and they want to see how she like her products so that they can start with me too. So let me go ahead and give you some free stuff, ma'am, so that we can get your daughters on board and I can get packages from them as well. So yeah, I always do start with
Or
4 products.
or she can upgrade and her daughters can be her customers.
That too. I haven't gotten that far with her yet. She haven't even gotten her yet.
This
So.
is how you want to get your distributors that you said you missing. By
Mhm.
your loyal customers that you know they got big followings of people that's going to be great referrals.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how my distributors have always upgrades. Most of them have always been upgrades.
Okay. They always been LCs and you get them. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
may miss that BV, but that BV will come back with their auto ships because guess what? Now they're going to be always commission qualified because they understand what they need to buy.
what they need to buy. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Especially since you live around the corner. It ain't like you can go put that in person.
Right. Well, I
There you go.
appreciate that tip. I'm gonna make sure I keep it over that because my goal is to make sure that I am getting my 4-in-1s a couple times over.
We answered all y'all questions. I think I got everybody's.
Oh yes.
Yatika? Did I say it right? Did I answer that question right? Okay.
Which
About the upselling. Is it one product to upsell or are you already starting off from the gate with multiple?
I normally start off the gate with just a package of products. If most people are more comfortable with just using like an upsell message, then fine. But I will tell you guys, don't at minimum make sure you at least start off with 3 products at minimum right now, especially since it's the pick 3 is still around. I hated to pick 2, pick 3 at first because I was like, oh my God, I'm losing so much BB, but actually I began to like it and I love it. So start off with at least 3. And like I said, most people that's trying to lose weight, they're going your 3 products is going to be 2 coffees. I mean, 2 15-day supplies of coffee and TFX. They can't have that without having a cleanse. They got to have a cleanse. So, you can upsell with your cleanse or upsell with the gummies, but definitely y'all, definitely if you have people that want to lose weight or lose belly fat, don't sell them just a pack of wraps. If they need to lose belly fat, give them a cleanse and 2 packs of wraps. Give them
We let them know that the products work better together. Okay.
And again, if you're using them and you're actually getting your own results, it's pretty easy. Because you're really telling them your own personal experience. If you're using the products and you're really getting results, you really will know what works best together for you. And so it's going to be easy to prescribe a package for them. But did I answer everything about samples?
I don't see no more. I mean, because the scripts is pretty much not so much of a script. The link for the Facebook page, for the
I'll put that in the group chat for you. Explain the sample package again. $35 for a wrap and 2 skinny boots too. So if you have the wraps and the facial wraps, that's what I give them a choice of, and then 2 of the other products. But I give them 3 samples of those other products. So it'd be and again, it's whatever you have. It could be if they don't want facial wraps or skinny wraps, then you give them a selection of something else that they can get that has individual packets to sample. So you can do 3 berry greens, 3 skinny brews, and 3 keto teas, whatever. But make sure you explain to them that these are just trial packs. You will not get maximum results from these, but this is a way. And I always tell them this is a way for me for you to be able to, see what you like, so that when it comes time for you to purchase, and I tell them I speak it into existence. When it comes time for you to purchase, you'll kind of know what you like and what you don't like. So, but yeah, do 1 wrap or one wrap, facial wrap or skinny wrap, and then 2 other products. And then if they don't want the wraps, then you just offer the, 3 things that you can actually give them samples of.
And then you add shipping onto that, or the 35 is the 35, that's it.
The $35 covers the shipping.
Oh, you so nice.
The 30, but because, so think about it. When you selling samples, y'all normally selling your samples for $20, right?
You know, that's what they do though, but yeah, go ahead. You can use them.
$20. And if you're getting, if you're ordering it,
Alex, clutch away.
oh, she's clutching her pearls. Okay. Yeah, I don't sell, even when I send that birthday message to people, the birthday message, I changed that they're originally 35 and I'm going to sell them to you today for your birthday for 25. It's 25 for just for your 3 coffee or your 3 sleeping tea. But for the most part, I tell them I cover the shipping. And I get postage from my job. I get free postage at my job. So
Oh,
it's a win-win for me. So
gotcha. The 2 days a week. That's also an added bonus. Got it.
yes.
Okay. So what happens if they say they on a budget?
If they say they're on a budget,
Yeah, like they're on a tight budget. Will you then like bow down?
not really.
Yeah.
No, I'm being honest, not really. Like I'm still not gonna sell you a cleansing Thermophyte X. I'm just not. Now if you just I'm just not honest. And again, because especially if you can kind of get a taste of a feel of who you're talking to, you can get a feel if it's a person that's really, really serious about their goals, right? And so you trying to talk me down and Jew me down like this is some type of like negotiation, because you can't, like 9 times out of 10 you came to me. Why am I negotiating about the weight you want to lose? Like I'm not going to negotiate about you saying you want to lose 60 pounds but you only have $60. And I have told people realistically I can't help you right now because I can't. What am I going to give them for $60 for them to lose 60 pounds? Realistically, what are you going to take for
You're
90
being
days?
straight up and letting them know when they say, well, I only got $40 right now that I can do each month. Well, listen, babe, that's probably going to get you about 5 pounds, not even a month. Or is it something like that? And then you'll get that customer, or you say, come back when you get the other 30, 50.
I'm more of a person to tell you come back when you actually have your money. Because and I'm gonna be really honest. The one thing is I do thrive off of people that I've helped telling other people that I've helped them, right? I like that. And the only way somebody is going to keep referring people to me is if they actually see results themselves. So
Right.
it's no like everybody's not going to be satisfied. All your customers are never going to be, all of them are never going to be satisfied because some people know that they're not doing the right thing by the products anyway. And you got the people that say, well, I didn't lose nothing and I got all that stuff and they spent all this money. I didn't lose.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't work. But did you eat properly? Did you do what I told you?
Brand, okay? Sherry is rare air. Everybody don't have those type of results, Sherry. Everybody can't lose 41 pounds in 2 months with just TFX eating everything.
And again, some people, like a lot of people can't. I know I can't. There's no way in the world I would, and I know I wouldn't be, and I wouldn't tell anybody that. You know why? Because that's not my personal experience. So I know some of the people, again, you get a feel for the kind of people that you're talking to. You get a feel to know if they're really serious and ready and dedicated. So maybe you can tell somebody, yeah, you can lose 31 pounds, with this one product. But in all honesty, I know that I can't. And I know that some of the people that I'm talking to, they will not. And I don't want them to think that, because once they think that, then again, so our business is social media based. So word of mouth is how we get a lot of our business. That's all you need is for 75 people to be talking about, no, don't buy nothing from her because she make you buy all this stuff and you can't even lose no weight, or she tell me buy this one thing and I'm gonna lose 45 pounds. Like, so right. No. I will.
But how about this? How about you saying, okay, listen, I'm recommending this, but if you happen to do this and it don't work, don't say it don't work because I told you to get this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've had those kind of conversations with people, and honestly, I've had people be like, you know what, okay, and a lot of people always like, you know,
Okay, so you have broke down. You ain't just said
no, I broke. I
okay.
can say actually give you, her name is Kim. I broke down with one person, and all she wanted was the skinny cold brew. One person in my 3 years, she wanted skinny cold brew. She wanted skinny cold brew. And she actually did lose some weight, but she actually started exercising. She was doing things that she wasn't doing before. So she started exercising because she was getting knee surgery. And she's like, I'm just going to see if this worked for me. And I'm like, this is not what I'm recommending, but you know, here's the package that I recommend. So, you know, at your own risk, this is what you can go in and try the skinny cold brew and see how it works. But I'm telling you, like, you're going to have to eat right and you're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to drink more water. And she's like, I really just want to be able to swap out my coffee though. I really do, because I have a really bad coffee addiction. So that's what she did. And that's actually all she ever ordered. She ordered that for maybe like 5 or 6 months. And she just stopped her auto shipment when she got her knee surgery. But I really don't break down because I just know, I just know, like, you're not.
It's the fact you remember her name though. That's the
Because
like,
Candace and them will tell you, they call me the package queen, right? But because
well, everybody is, you know, everybody's not the same. Some people are one person people, one product people. You know,
yeah,
everybody work the same. So for us to feel like, you know, she has to do it this way, you know, we're getting everyone's versions of how they work this business. So
right. And you don't have to do it that way. You
right.
do what works for you. But I say for me,
You do what works for you guys.
yes.
Definitely.
But for me, I don't have to work as hard. Like, I still work my business, but if I can get 10, 140 BVs in a month, and then just, you know, deal with two pick threes, or, you know, I want all the BV. I did. I want all of it. I want all of it. So I ain't knocking it, but that's my personal preference. Like, I know packages work for me. So it works for me. That's what worked for me personally to lose my weight. So yeah.
Well, I love
some laughing emojis. What's going on? Let me see.
I love the fact that she is recommending other, you know, she's telling them like, look, the TFX is working because of you doing this, da 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 da. You know, there are some people out there that can just drink the coffee and do the intermittent fasting of coffee only and do what they got to do. You know, everyone has a different system, where everyone's going to see the different results to be able to have it. But the fact that the products are given to them for them to utilize to get the results, I do like that better. Only because, but there is some people that'll just let the stuff sit up on the cabinets. So while you're doing this and you're doing these packages that she's recommended, make sure you're speaking to your customers, make sure they're using it, and then following up with them to make sure they use the stuff, because if not, they're going to be sitting up there on the shelf saying, oh, I ain't used nothing you sent me. I'm just letting it stack up. So
I always tell my customers too, after they order with me, I always say, don't forget to call me or text me the minute your package comes in, so that I can tell you how to use everything, just so you're using everything properly. And that's when I start out, like my coffee customers, so they know how to use the coffee to make it taste good, because most people don't know how to make the skinny brew the right way. And they're like, oh, this is too watery, or it tastes like this. So I give them like, here's my way. This is how I do it. So, and I always tell people, this is why it's important to call me when you get your package. Same thing with wrapping. I've wrapped a few times live on my page. So like when they get their package and they got wraps and stuff in them, I always tag them in one of my lives of me wrapping live front to back. And I also, like, I'll call them or they'll call me and I tell them what stuff to get me, like to go to the market. Like I do interact with my customers after they've purchased from me.
I love that communication for sure. I tell them the same, or I tag them in my lives so they, ain't that cute?
That's the good way too, because some people are visual learners. So that's what I did.
I am too, so that works perfectly for me. All right, any last questions, guys? So we finish? Any last questions?
She coming for Baltimore, Michelle, and I ain't see that. I'm sorry.
It's every time you hit the do, boo. You hit the do every time you hit it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Strong too. It come out even more when the red come out. You hear it even more.
I am red.
I know that's when you hear it come out even more. I just keep laughing. That's it, everybody. Nothing else. Y'all good?
Well, I hope that was helpful, everybody. I'm glad I was able to finally get on.
Yes, I appreciate it. And let me stop the recording.